Welcome to Photoshop. So, as you guys can see, I pasted in my avatar. It looks horrific, but we're gonna fix this. So, first thing we want to do is, obviously this template is gonna be in the description for you guys to use. So, yeah. First thing I'm gonna be doing is clicking Ctrl+T, making sure our character is behind the black bars. And all I'm gonna be doing is scaling it down up until I get maybe a good portion of him. It's up to you, like, if you want to show the entire character. Obviously if you show the entire character, it's gonna look small, but I like showing like mostly the head and like this part of the hand. The reason I told you guys to actually render out only the top part is because it gives you a better idea in Photoshop of, not a better idea, but like a better size to work with, especially with a better FOV. So it's for the best. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this, but do as I tell you. Anyways, I'm just gonna scale it down, scale it up until I get something that's not too big but yet not too small. I'm gonna be clicking Ctrl+0 to zoom out, and maybe like this is okay, just like so. And this is already looking good, I ain't gonna lie. Now for a special surprise for you guys, I present to you the banner pack. The reason this video took me so long to record was because I was so busy working on this pack basically, and I hope this actually helps some of you. So this video I'm not going to be showing you how to actually create the background, just because I don't even know how to create that certain background with like, I don't know how to create that specific background and teach like other people. I even had to learn like how to create it myself and then go on. So maybe in the near future I'll see myself maybe showing you guys how to make one, but for the sake of this video I have this pack for you guys. So obviously first thing you want to do is click the hide me, and you want to scroll down till you see World Graphics Banner Pack. Right here is where all the magic happens. So what you want to do is honestly open up the pack, and you will see here 10 different banners. So each of them showing you like basically free backgrounds for your banners. So there's 1, 2. This is from the recent speedart. I made sure to actually have this here because why not? We have this one, this one, this one, and honestly all of these are free to use. So if you want to use this for your commission sheet, you can go ahead and use it. There's also this one, and everything was made from basically scratch just for you guys. Please use it and download this. And the download is obviously on our website. There's a new website. Thank you Midnight for the updated website. It's been a minute. So for this tutorial, I think I'm gonna be using, yeah, because it's a black and white character, it would make sense for me to use this. So, but I'm thinking maybe I should use honestly, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna use this one because why not, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste it in our banner, make sure this is behind the character, and boom, this is already starting to look much better, and you had to do absolutely nothing. So in order for this specific character to look much more fitted into our banner, what we want to do is go into our blending options. So we're gonna double click here, we're gonna add a inner glow, I'm gonna bring up the size, bring up the opacity, we're gonna also add a auto glow, make sure this is also white, and I'm gonna add a stain, make sure the stain is actually white this time. So bring up the brightness of this character, the before, and oh wait, what? Oh yeah, set it to screen, no, actually overlay, yeah, set it to overlay, maybe like so, and just see what it does. I'm gonna lower the size honestly, or increase, I forgot how to use this. Yeah, I'm going to lower the opacity to be honest, because that's the only option I have. I'm gonna add a color overlay. I'm gonna be clicking this empty space, I'm gonna be setting it to soft light, and I'm gonna lower the opacity just a tiny bit, not too much. Inner shadow, I don't like using inner shadow and inner glow at the same time just because it brings in this kind of a weird effect. As you guys can see here, it brings in these like weird edges around our character, which kind of looks like the inside stroke, but like less weird, I guess. So we're just gonna stick in with the inner glow, stain, color overlay, and the auto glow. And yeah, this is it, to be honest. That's all I'm gonna use. Next thing I'm gonna be showing you is how to create the text. So for the text, okay, this is gonna load, okay. So for the text, I just need to see. Our name is gonna be Omega, as requested, obviously. And I'm gonna bring up the size. Now, when you see these like blue lines I have set up for you guys, these blue lines are specifically made to guide you through where to put your text, avatar. So everything in this section, like this small, yeah, actually I'm gonna use a rectangular tool just so you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna set it to yellow. So this area is what mobile users is gonna see. From here, this is what TVs I'm pretty sure are gonna see. And for this big section is what PCs, big TVs are gonna see. So in my opinion, you should always focus on the phones, just because if people don't use phones and use something else, they can always see your character in the main text, obviously. So what we're gonna do is, oh, and if you guys want to know what font I'm using the Elka Expanded. This will also be in the description. This does not belong to me, obviously. So I'm gonna double click this and go into layer style, adding a stroke. Go ahead and bring this up. I'm gonna set the color to honestly gray, but not too gray to where it blends with the background. I'm gonna make this a bit darker, just like so. And another thing I like to do with my text personally is I like to add a inner shadow. Make sure your color is set to black. Bring up the size, but not too much. Just like this maybe. And that is it. Next thing I'm gonna be doing is going into type, warp layer, warp text, my fault. Arc. I'll set it to maybe +3. And then I'm gonna set this to maybe +8, something like that, or +7, yeah. Next thing I'm gonna be doing is increasing the size a bit, just because I can. Just like this. And I'm gonna be clicking Ctrl+G to group my text, Ctrl+J on my keyboard to duplicate the text. And this bottom layer of the text, I'm actually gonna be clicking Ctrl+T and scaling this down, just like so. And all I'm gonna be doing is placing it behind our main text, just like so. Now I'm gonna be showing you how to create that like 3D effect that you'll be seeing in other banners and stuff like that. So what I like to do is actually rasterize our layer style. I'm gonna double click this, go into the layer style again, go into color overlay, but this time instead of soft light, I'm gonna be setting it to normal. And I'm gonna be clicking this main color, but this time I'm gonna be making it darker. I want to explain this again because this was a little bit weird to understand. So all I'm doing is I'm copying this exact same color I have here, but in order to achieve that 3D effect, I want to make it a bit darker so it separates like from this specific text color in the background. So I'm going to be clicking OK and OK. Next thing I'm going to be doing is creating another layer, empty layer above the this text. And all I'm going to be doing is clicking P on my keyboard for the pen tool. And I'm going to be clicking like an edge of a letter and connecting it with this part. So I'm going to be doing like this. Here, I'll show you. And I'm just going to be filling it up. So like this. Right click, make selection. Make sure your color is set to the background text. Click B on your keyboard for brush. And make sure your brush is set to basically hard. And there we go, we got the first layer done. And if you see any of these like white edges or white layer speaking, you want to go ahead and tap that. And you want to do this honestly to the entire text. So let's say, for example, this A letter, I'm going to connect this with this A part. I'm going to be doing like this. Make selection. And I'm going to brush in this area. And yeah, this is honestly going through the entire text and repeating this exact same technique. So I'm going to speed this part a bit. And there we go, just like that we have our text made. Now our next step is going to be actually merging this text. So what you want to do is click Ctrl+J on your text folder. You want to hide this top layer and drag it down. And you just want to hide it just in case something goes wrong with this text and you don't like it and you want to switch back, you can always do that. So we're going to be clicking this, right clicking, and then clicking merge group. Then we're going to be going into layer style. This time we're going to be choosing gradient overlay. We're going to be setting it to black and white. And now what we're going to do is set our blend mode from normal to overlay. Now we get that like sort of fade effect. So I'm just going to do it like this. Not too dark. You can also bring in inner shadow if you want to, inner glow. I honestly like adding auto glow, inner glow. I don't know why I said auto, but also auto glow. And increase this a bit, but not too much. It's like so. Looks nice, not gonna lie. And another thing you can do is when it comes to your character, you can rasterize the layer style, adding a new layer, creating clipping mask. And this time make sure your brush is set to soft brush. Make sure your color is set to something bright, like white for example. And you want to tap the sides, like for example, if the text is right here, you want to tap the sides of your character just like this. So you basically get this effect where the text is like very glowing and it reflects on your character. And I'm going to be setting it to soft light, just like this. And I'll tap maybe at the side. And our next step is going to be color correcting this GFX. So I'm going to be grouping everything together in one folder, clicking Ctrl+J, hiding our bottom layer just in case, as I said, merging our group. And this section, I'm sorry, but this is for Photoshop only. If you use Photopea, you can still do this, but not the same way as Photoshop users can. So for you Photoshop users, what you want to do is go to filter, CameraRaw filter, let this load. And as you guys can see, our character is a little bit messed up, but a simple way to fix this is honestly clicking rectangular tool right here. And what you want to do is select the entire part where you can only see the banner. So just like this. And you want to click Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. Now you have a layer where the bottom part doesn't show. So you want to go to filter, CameraRaw filter. And now let's go to basic. I'll maybe set the color a little bit more bluish. I'll bring up the exposure. Honestly, no. I'm gonna lower the exposure a bit. I'm gonna bring in the contrast. I'll boost the highlights. I'll lower the shadows. The whites I'm gonna bring up a bit. The blacks I'm gonna keep it the same. The texture I won't touch it for now. The clarity I'm gonna bring it up a bit. The vibrance I wanna mess with this and actually bring this up. The curve I'm gonna make this a little bit more highlighted. Details I'm going fast because from this part, this is honestly your option depending on what color your GFX is, so you can go ahead and mess around with this and achieve basically what looks good for you. So I'm going to go ahead and add sharpening, noise reduction. I'm go ahead and go to color mixer. As I can see, I have the color blue. That's very common. I'm actually lowered the saturation just because it's a black and white sort of GFX. And then I'm going to color grading. The midtones, I actually lower them down a bit. We'll save some of that contrast. I'm gonna go to optics, and I'm not gonna try and pronounce this again. Should already know this by now. But I'm gonna be bringing this down. Oh, you can bring this up. It's up to you, honestly. For this GFX, I'm feeling, yeah, I can go up. Why not? And I'm gonna be also bringing up the, again, this effect for this layer also. And then for calibration, you can mess around with this. This honestly helped me a lot. Let's see if we can pull something off again. And for this time, nope, doesn't seem like it. And this is it, to be honest. If you want to see the before and after, this GFX is looking, I don't even have a word for this. But yeah, hope this tutorial actually helped you guys. This, I hope, was a fast tutorial and I don't need to split it into 2 parts. But part 2 of the banner tutorial is going to be coming out, and that is about it. If you guys wanted me to make a how to make a background tutorial, just let me know. I'll maybe try and do something simple for you guys to honestly understand and honestly be able to create your own backgrounds. And yeah, if you like this tutorial, like, sub, join our Discord, please. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.